It's the Wait for It Seattle podcast, episode 72.
Crazy, actually. That's
We've
kind of a
done
lot. That's kind of a lot, actually.
72 of these, and our wives are still married to us.
Good
Our
point.
kids haven't left us,
Yeah.
and somehow we've gotten more listeners. So we haven't signed any big contracts yet, but maybe, we'll leave our jobs and become part of the what is it, Bill Simmons, Spotify, the Ringer
The
podcast
Ringer,
network.
owned
They
by
lost
Spotify. Yeah.
Ryan Rocio, so there's a
Yeah.
vacancy for us.
Yeah.
Maybe we could just slide right in there.
Yeah, I think that's what they were thinking. I'm getting a little more traction on at the high school community. So but that's mostly because of TikTok. So the TikToks are showing up on the kids' algorithms, but they usually say to me, "That's really cool that you do a sports podcast or you do a show," or they don't even know what it is. I'm like, "Yeah, great, yeah."
And the great thing is they'll never listen to 1 hour because they don't have attention spans.
Nope.
And
I'll tell you right now. Nope.
Yeah, the people that watch our YouTube videos last usually a minute or a minute and a half. And it always makes me
depressing.
wonder, they're probably only listening to this part and then they've see you later. We're already a minute and 30 in.
I don't want to argue against us, and I don't want to get too deep here, but I am actually concerned for the country and our literacy rates. But I'm also an English and social studies teacher. People don't read anymore, and so people only listen to podcasts. But now people aren't even listening to podcasts; they're just listening to clips of podcasts. So
what's next?
I just feel like if you really care about democracy, if you look around and you're like, "Ooh, things don't look great," then I would encourage people to read and listen to things longer and increase their attention spans. So there you go. So stay to the end. We've got good top fives today.
Before we get started, I thought of you because I love talking about these things with you. So there's a story. Joe Flacco replaced the embattled Jake Browning at the Cincinnati Bengals starting QB. And I actually had a good day yesterday for the Bengals. And in his intro press conference, he, people were asking him, how's it been being in Ohio, in Cincinnati? And he made a comment about how he feels bad for dudes that eat alone at restaurants. And I'm paraphrasing.
No.
Go ahead.
I thought he said he used to feel bad.
Yes.
And now that his kids are older, whatever, and he's lived this life, he's like, I now realize how glorious it is to eat at a restaurant alone and just have a nice meal and just enjoy yourself with a beer or whatever,
Yes.
And it was related to his family not being with him in Cincinnati because he got traded in the middle of the year.
Well, let me ask you, where's the last? It might be very recent for you considering all the playoff games, but where was the last establishment, restaurant, bar, where you just enjoyed your alone time?
Kev, it happens a lot for me. It hasn't been in a little bit, mostly because I end up being responsible for two lives and making sure they eat. Although they're old enough now to take care of themselves, I will do it any chance I get. Like I am team eat alone. Number one, I'm a natural introvert. I need some recharge time. Number two, love watching a game at a sports bar, just having a beer and a meal. I do not need somebody to go with me at all. Please actually don't come. I'm happy to be alone. So the only danger of being alone, I think people will be able to relate to this, depending on where you sit at these places. So like, shout out to the Westie, great sports bar by us. If they want to sponsor us, I'm all in. They have a bar and then they have seats behind. If you're at the seats behind, you're pretty safe. But if you sit at the bar, you don't know who's going to, saddle up next to you. And every once in a while, it just, no, I don't want to talk about the Miami Dolphins or whatever they want to talk about, like I don't want your uninformed takes about Damon Williams and Jedd Fisch. I don't, whatever it is. I just want to sit here and watch this game in peace. So, how about you? Do you ever do this? I feel like you're not in a good spot for this.
I did this a lot. Well, right now with a child, but a young child at that. And it's more difficult to have those moments, which makes them all the much, it makes it way better when it does happen.
Sure.
But I will say, as an attorney, I travel a lot.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
And a lot of the sometimes it's solo for a conference, sometimes it's solo because the other attorney is busy working on something or has left. But I have been in bars in Connecticut, a lot of the airport restaurants and bars, traveling because of weird flight times in DC, weird layovers, and I always enjoy it. And I do enjoy when there's a stranger that has a completely, they're clearly a sports fan and they clearly have an intense knowledge of teams I don't care about, but it's kind of refreshing to
that's fair. I like
chat
that.
about that.
This actually, when you say that, it reminds me, not last June, but the June before, I went, this is going to be, people are going to be like, why did you do this? I actually went to Cincinnati, Ohio to grade AP economics tests for 8 straight days. You do get paid to do this and they fly you out there, but you're staring at a screen reading the same problem. So like the same graph with the same answers.
Yeah.
And I probably did like, I don't know, 4,000 before we went on to the next one. So for 8 days, you grade papers digitally, and they're really like good at motivating you. So I'm going to get to the point here, I promise. But I'm competitive, and I started like cranking away, and like our table leader would come over to me like, Brian, you're really good at this. I'm like, yes. And then I'm competing with the people at my table to be faster. And it's also, they can just get things graded, right?
Wait, have you seen the Star Wars, what is it? Andor, where they're all making the machine and they're racing to make the machine?
I've seen Andor, but I don't think I've gotten to that part, but it's very similar. I mean, it's no different than like an Amazon or anywhere else. It's total psychology, and it works. But in Cincinnati, I actually tried to go out, and I met some people at my table grading who were cool. One guy's a football coach in Virginia. Another lady was awesome. Like we connected, but I tried to go out to like a bar in Cincinnati and just like watch the Reds game and eat. And they were there, and they were like, can you come be social with us? I was like, fine. So that's kind of where I lean, is more on the new Joe Flacco. Like, absolutely give me the time by myself. My wife knows this. Yeah. She's fine with it. But, like tonight, I'm making the kids dinner. I want to watch the Sounders. I could have just gone to the bar and left them at home, but who knows what would have happened.
That's a path you don't want to go down.
Yeah, it's kind of like you don't really want to go there, right?
Yeah. I will say, when I was studying for the LSAT years and years ago, almost 10 years ago at this point, I would go to a coffee shop and study for 4 hours every weekend, every Saturday and every Sunday. And then when I was done with like taking a practice test in the morning, I would go to the Rookie down in Columbia City.
On Rainier, yeah.
Yeah, Rookies is what it's called.
Yeah.
Would love for you guys all to sponsor us. This is what it's turning into.
Is Rookies even around? I think it might be gone, Kev.
No. I think it has to still be around. If it closed, I will be devastated. It's my favorite
I won't tell you what happened
then. Anyways, I'd go there and watch games in the middle of the day. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. That would have been sad.
God, they got some food that looks like
they got some
really
go there. Good food. Yeah, they got some good nachos. They got the good bar food. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Rookies. Shout out to the Westie.
Whoever wants to come first, we're ready.
Yeah.
We're ready. We're a big time podcast.
Yeah. Okay. Speaking of big time,
we're both wearing Husky gear today.
Yeah, maybe not big time because they're amazingly still not in the top 25. But I'm interested in getting your take, and I put it out to Husky fans yesterday. So just to recap, Huskies won, and we'll get into the game a little bit. The Huskies beat number 23 ranked Illinois at home in fairly convincing fashion, I think would be a fair way to put it.
Totally fair.
They are not in the top 25.
Yep.
They have 2 losses. One of the losses is to Ohio State, and the other loss is to Michigan on the road at the Big House. So obviously, I'm creating an argument here, right? Like those two losses aren't what you'd call bad
No
losses.
way. Yep.
Now, the wins, I would say, aren't the best wins. Your best win is against number 23 Illinois, who's no longer ranked. And so to say that they just belong in the top 25, but then not to say who doesn't belong in the top 25, I think that's kind of the step that most Husky fans aren't taking in
That's
terms of
fair.
saying like
Yeah.
who doesn't belong in the top 25. But before we get there, like what's your react? Do you care that they're not in the top 25 and it's end of October and they only have 2 losses? Like, does that matter to you at all?
I used to not, and now I do kind of care. Yeah, I think it's dumb. If you, I saw Tony Castricone, the play-by-play guy for the Huskies. He put out like ESPN's index and everybody's index and College Football Nerds. There's a website, they have an index. Everybody's got them in the top 25 except for the AP in the coaches poll. Like it's silly.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
they released the college football the official whatever they call them rankings for the playoff.
CFP.
They're
Yeah.
not going to be in the top. They're not going to be in the top 12 for the playoff right now, but they're going to be higher than they are in those two polls. It's
Yeah.
silly. I think Iowa probably has a bigger case to be ranked above the Huskies, and they are closer, at least in the looks like the coaches poll. They're just outside. I don't know who I would take out. It's hard to argue that USC should be out when USC is, and they're not even ranked in one of the polls. USC beat Michigan, right?
Yeah,
So
Michigan is number 21 who beat the
yeah,
Huskies.
I
So
mean,
maybe there's 4 teams better.
yeah, I think where
To,
I have a hard time is weirdly not at the bottom, like the Michigan. I'm looking at Michigan, Houston, Utah, Memphis is 7-1. I don't know if Memphis is good,
yeah.
but in the middle of the poll, like Virginia is 15th. And I don't know why I decided to pick on Virginia, but I did. So I went and looked. They're 7-1. Their biggest win at the time, they beat Florida State. Florida State's not good. We know that, right?
Yeah.
Like they beat Louisville, who was 6-2 and is also ranked 16th. But do you know Virginia's last 2 wins are Washington State by 2 points and North Carolina in overtime? North Carolina,
Yeah.
who's a hot mess, right? Everyone says they're a terrible, terrible hot mess.
And
Those are their
Wazoo,
last
who
2 wins.
UW piped. Yep. Who UW
Um,
whooped. Here's the other
NC
one
State,
14-20 Tennessee. Oh, go
right?
ahead. Go
Well,
ahead.
hold on before you do Tennessee. Virginia's
Yeah.
loss is to NC State, who's 4-4. In Virginia, it's not even like okay, Virginia's 7-1. Maybe they should be ranked, and they're probably gonna. I mean, they have a really easy schedule, but maybe we should just start betting against them.
Yeah. There's like ACC teams just floating around.
Just
Look at
wait
this
till they get to the
poll.
college football playoff and then go put a
Yeah.
bunch of money against them. I mean, they're playing at Cal, Wake Forest, at Duke, Virginia Tech. They might run the table.
Yeah.
They're not good. Virginia's not good. They
Yeah.
shouldn't be 15th in the country. Give me your Tennessee take.
Yeah, so this was from Evan Feather on X. Good follow. He takes pictures for the Huskies. He put this up and it went viral. He put up number 14 Tennessee has wins against Syracuse, who's 3-5, Mississippi State in overtime, who's 4-4, Arkansas, who's 2-6, Kentucky, who's 2-5. Their losses are to Georgia and Alabama, right? So like comparable losses, but the wins that the Huskies have: 4-4 Wazoo, 4-4 Rutgers, 4-3 Maryland, 5-3 Illinois, especially Maryland and Illinois.
Yeah.
Those 2 teams are better than all those wins number 14 Tennessee has. So
unfortunately, that's not how the rest of the country views it because they view the SEC in this insane light right now. And what's crazy is the Big Ten has 3 of the top 6. I mean, I guess SEC has the other 3, but they have the top 2 teams in the country, and then Oregon at 6. I don't know. I mean, I'm not diminishing the SEC by any means, right? Yeah. But is it fair to say that Texas A&M, Alabama, and Georgia are pretty good? Ole Miss is pretty good. That's 4. Vandy's having a great year. That's 5 for the SEC. And then all of a sudden you're at Tennessee, and then you're looking at Oklahoma and Texas, who I don't know. I'd probably pick them to beat UW. I'm not saying they're not better than UW.
Yeah.
I just think if you're going on merit of a resume, yeah, UW actually is. I don't know if they're getting screwed or not, Kev. To
Yeah.
come back to your original question, because I don't know who you take out. It
Yeah.
just feels like they should be in that mix, right?
Yeah. I
I'd
agree.
have
And
to,
I think it'll matter less when the CFP
yeah, I would
rankings
have to
come out.
analyze like every schedule and see who like. I'm trying to pull up Utah. Utah has a pretty good case. They've lost to 2 ranked teams.
They
You know,
demolished Colorado. Oh my
yeah, and
gosh.
they lost to BYU and Texas Tech, who are both really good. So
Yeah.
I don't know, but there's somebody you could take out, and I'm sticking with Virginia. Get
Yeah, it'll
Virginia
be
out of there.
interesting to see these SEC teams kind of cannibalize themselves, and it's going to happen in the Big Ten too, where
Right.
teams are going to start to rack up like, oh,
Well,
this
that
stuff will happen.
yeah, that's a good transition because I don't. Even though I'm always I don't, down on the Huskies is the wrong word,
Yeah,
but I don't know that the Huskies are gonna be in that mix because they're at Wisconsin, Purdue at home, at UCLA in their next 3.
yeah,
There's no reason they should lose any of those 3.
which is nuts because okay, so there's 2 road games, but very winnable road games, right? Wisconsin's near the bottom of the Big Ten, Purdue's horrible, and
Wisconsin
then UCLA.
hadn't scored a touchdown in like 8 games. I mean, I'm exaggerating,
Yeah,
but it'd been a
yeah,
long time, right?
and
UCLA now all of a sudden doesn't
they
quite.
looked human.
Yeah, they looked
The
human.
magic, whatever Jerry knew Heisel,
Yeah,
he ran out of
yeah,
it.
yeah,
They're back to being bad. Okay, so this sets up right. Hate to look ahead, but it's kind of easy to look ahead with
yeah.
those 3
Totally.
games. Now all of a sudden the Huskies are going to be 9-2
Right.
heading into a home game against presumably undefeated Oregon. Now,
Well,
all of a sudden,
Oregon's not undefeated anymore.
sorry, they
So
have 1 loss,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Sorry, 1 loss. So all of a sudden you get into a situation where, wow, the Huskies could play themselves in. And here's my case. You get 12 teams in for the CFP. Last year, there were 8 teams with 2 losses or more in the bracket, right?
Yep.
You had 4 Big Ten teams make it last year. Right now, Ohio State is in, Oregon is in, Indiana is in. Who's the 4th team?
Right.
It could be the Huskies if they beat Oregon, right? And their only losses are to you got to well, then you're competing with Michigan's resume, right?
Right.
So you need Michigan to lose a game, which Ohio State can beat them, right?
Yep.
And then all of a sudden we're arguing whether the Huskies or Michigan or should be the last at-large bid.
Michigan's
right?
probably running the table to Ohio State because they're Purdue, Northwestern Maryland. Like probably USC plays Oregon. Oregon plays Iowa. So they kind of potentially like you kind of want Oregon to run the table against them and then the Huskies to beat them.
Yep.
Could it be possible for UW to knock Oregon out? I mean, that would be crazy. Also, I mean, if I had to tell you right now, I think UW's not going to beat Oregon, but if they win the next 3, and I will tell you, I have more hope for them. I have more optimism based on that Illinois game.
Yeah.
I'm like, that offense is really, really good. I don't know the defense is great, although they came up opportunistic.
Yeah.
Maybe Illinois is not as good as we thought, but
yeah.
UW either way, they're gonna have a nice bowl game probably. So
yeah, which sets up well, right? Like if that's your floor, right?
Yep.
If 3 losses is your floor and 2 losses is your ceiling, right? And a potential for a berth, that's pretty much what DeBoer did his first year, and it sets you up nicely for the following year.
Oh,
now,
does
before
it, Kev? Does it?
Yeah. Before if the coach comes back, right? But before we get there, all right, and we should cover that. I do want to make 2 points about the Illinois game. 2 things that stood out to me. One is John Mills and Carver Willis are super important to the Huskies offense. Like DeMond Williams had so much time to go through his reads and make the throws that he made against Illinois. And he didn't have that when those 2 guys were out. Yeah. And it's really exciting to have a freshman be able to perform at that level. I think he is a future NFL talent to be able to perform in the Big Ten. on the left side. Like John Mills is,
Yeah.
God, what a great pickup, and what a great revelation for this offensive line. That's my first point. The second point is the past couple weeks, I was like, the defense isn't that good. The defense is finally making plays,
Sure.
right? And that's what made the difference. That's how they beat Illinois by more than 2 touchdowns, right? Or more than a touchdown, is because they got interceptions. They even got that to Cario Davis should have had 3 interceptions, right?
Oh,
like,
that one was that ref's call was
horrible,
atrocious.
absolutely,
and it
horrible.
led to an Illinois touchdown. I mean, there were a couple calls either way, but the Huskies got screwed on the reffing, and they still crushed Illinois. So
it'll be interesting to see if Walters will continue to be super aggressive,
so aggressive,
and
just blitzing
be okay
so much
with like man-to-man coverage. And he probably knew like the Illinois offense really well because it was the same offense when he was their D coordinator. So maybe that played a role in this game. But, do they have to be? I mean, against these offenses coming up, I mean, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think you'd want to be, right?
Like you keep on being aggressive, right?
Yeah,
and
put
give
pressure
the guys
on
confidence
on bad quarterbacks, or average quarterbacks or whatever it looks like. I don't.
So one game at a time, but I think that we could have a very interesting game Thanksgiving week.
Can I quickly just talk about 2 weeks ago? I said Damon Williams is my favorite athlete to watch in Seattle.
Yeah.
And then I backtracked last week, kind of in jest, but he had a bad game against Michigan.
Yeah.
Kev, he made a couple plays, including one in this game against Illinois, where he hit the hit stick on the safety, and then he did a spin move. It's like you're playing Madden or EA Sports College Football. Like Damon, I mean, I was watching with my kids, and we were like hooping and hollering at the TV. It was insane. He's so special, so fun to watch.
Fisch said someone asked him about the run where he trucked the dude, and it was like, do I like it? I mean, I love it, but I don't like it.
Right.
And he finally settled on like, I don't like it. Like, he shouldn't be doing that, right? You need to protect yourself, right? Like, Damon Williams is not built by Jake Locker. That's why it's so exciting when he does it, but then it kills you because it's like, I hope you never do that again, right? It's like your center hitting a 3-pointer in basketball. Like, oh, I love that he got his 3-pointers, but he shoots 30% from 3-point line. Like, I don't want him shooting at 3.
What a great reference to 1990s high school basketball versus like the game today where everyone shoots threes.
Yeah.
Little out of touch there.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm out of touch.
That's right. That's right.
Wow. You're telling me I'm out of touch.
I am.
God. So what do you think what's the biggest key to the success these next 3 games? Is it just creating turnovers on defense? Is it just staying true to the game plan?
I mean, what comes to mind is they need to get Jonah going a little bit. Right? So, I mean, the defense certainly needs to continue to improve, but I don't know that they have the talent to be elite. They are going to have to pressure. They're going to have to put quarterbacks in positions where they're throwing 50-50 balls, and then Takario and Prysock and the other guys are going to go get it. But I think if you're going to beat Oregon, if you really are going to follow that path of 3 wins and then go play Oregon, Jonah's got to be more dominant on the ground. Can't just be. I mean, the passing game is so good, but it hasn't been rolling on the ground the same way. So that's what I would say. What about you?
Yeah. I would say just the defense, right? Like, the defense doesn't have to be spectacular, but they shouldn't be letting like a team like UCLA rip off 30 points on them on the road, right? Like, I think the Huskies are comfortable like winning a shootout, and I think those are the games that favor them, like giving the offense multiple chances to get in the end zone. But if the defense can continue to create turnovers, I think these games will be, they'll go a lot smoother.
Sure.
Rather than when you're having to come from behind against Rutgers and Maryland, right?
Yeah, I just don't think it's probably. That's a good hope. I think it's. I personally think it's unrealistic. I just don't think the defense is that good. I think the Maryland and the Rutgers is more likely than the turning Illinois over, whatever, 3 times, 4 times. So
Yep.
I think you have to go win shootouts, even against UCLA for sure, and hopefully not against Wisconsin and Purdue, who seemed pretty bad,
Purdue,
but we'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
The last thing is like guys are getting fired, and it's okay that they're getting fired, these coaches, because they have these buyouts that are 20 to 50 million. I saw a report that Brian Kelly, who just got released from
LSU,
LSU, settled with LSU and is taking a 20 million buyout as opposed to his $50 million buyout. Whatever. The point is that these coaches have buyouts, and this is relevant because Jedd Fisch's buyout is about $10 million.
Which seems like nothing compared to all these other guys.
And, these are different jobs, right? This is LSU. I got a little flack on X for, saying Florida's at best a lateral position to UW, and maybe I'm wrong, and maybe you disagree.
People didn't agree with you?
Yeah, people didn't agree with me. And here was my point, is that in the past 10 years, like during the CFP era, Florida hasn't made it. Like UW's made it 2 times, and go ahead and argue with me that, Florida has more resources, Florida has more talent, whatever. Like you could stay at UW for 20 years and get paid a lot of money and not have to get fired in 3 years if you don't make the playoff, right? Like it's total possibility. Now, it's interesting that Fisch is getting brought up because I think he's one of those names where he actually has a legit connection to Florida, right? He went there. He's comfortable there, and he has a legit connection to UCLA, right? He coached there. I just don't see him, there's a lot of smoke about his name going to UCLA. I think that's more leverage to get him more money at UW. I legitimately, literally don't think that's a better job than UW. But maybe it is, right? Maybe it is for him for whatever reason, being in LA. Maybe he doesn't like it here in Seattle. I don't know. Florida is tough. I think they're, after seeing what happened with DeBoer and, seeing all the coaching moves that have happened, like it'd be wrong for me to say I don't see him not going, not considering it, right? It's a good job.
Yeah, the allure of the SEC regardless, and it certainly is a different environment for football. I mean, I think you make a great point about the on-field product about UW. Like they've had a better 15 years than Florida.
There's reasons why, like Florida hasn't gotten there. Whether it's just being, you think it's just being in the SEC, like.
Well, I was just gonna go, if you take it out of that, I mean, it's not. It's apples and oranges. Like, people could say whatever they want. The Huskies just played Illinois, a ranked team, in a huge game in a 12:30 time slot, which everyone was complaining about. And the stadium's, I mean, it's not half empty, but it's really empty. The student section sucked. These are dog fans on X complaining about this. So this is not like some outside take. There are people who are pissed, who are huge dog fans, who are saying the student section was empty, the Thai section's empty, people are not going to the game. That doesn't happen even when you're bad in the SEC. Like, I don't know. It's just a different environment. It's a different college football area. People don't care about the Dolphins. They go to Miami and Florida and Florida State football, right? Yeah. I mean, this is why Alabama is appealing. Like, what else are you doing? You're going to Alabama football, Georgia football. They're not going to the Falcons games. Up here, there's Sean Alexander said this years ago. There's so many things to do in Seattle. You can go on a hike. You can go to Pike Place Park. People do other stuff, and if you're not good, they don't care that much. And we're probably super saturated with sports right now. And people put a lot in the Mariners, and so I don't know. So I think Florida's a better job. Yeah, it doesn't mean that you're wrong. So both things can be true. You have a very good argument for why the Huskies are a more successful program right now.
Yeah.
Florida's a more appealing college football job. So,
and maybe more appealing to Mr. Fisch. And maybe UCLA may be more appealing to Jedd Fisch.
UCLA, I cut it off because they don't get anybody going to their games. It's in LA. Nobody cares about UCLA football. I mean, no, they've been irrelevant forever. Chip Kelly got them going a little bit, right? Obviously. But
there's a reason a guy like Chris Peterson went to Washington and didn't go to UCLA or all the other Pac-10 openings when they opened up and he could have left Boise State, right? There was a reason why. And I think that's a lens for which to look at these openings.
Peterson's a different guy, though, right? So Fisch does not remind me of Peterson.
No, he gives me more Sark vibes.
Yes.
Sarkisian vibes. Yes.
Yeah. So that's why, like, honestly, I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he went anywhere.
Yeah.
DeBoer was more surprising to me. I didn't think he was going to go. I thought like he'd built up to this. This was great.
But it's not surprising if you looked at how DeBoer jumped, right?
But he jumped logically to me, whereas like Peterson definitely could have stayed at Boise State forever, right?
But
it was
DeBoer's jump was logical, right? From UW to Alabama.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I don't blame him. Like, you take the Alabama job. Maybe I live in fear, but I wouldn't replace Nick Saban. I would wait for somebody else to do it and then take the job. But
yeah, just like all these other guys, like Brian Kelly, and
I mean, going to LSU now, people hated Brian Kelly there. Like, people would be very happy with whoever the LSU coach is. So
Notre Dame fans are gleeful that this has all happened.
I bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Hard transition to the game, the match that happened.
Speaking of playoffs, the Sounders are in the playoffs.
Yeah, but they came up short tonight against Minnesota. I watched the second half.
Question is, Kev, do you know what that means that they lost tonight?
That means they have to win their next match.
Oh, look at you! You do know that it's a best of 3.
Because we just testing you.
It's not just testing you.
Yeah, I was like, Christine, can you name 5 players on the Sounders? And I was able to do it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you just go both Rodons, Jordan Morris. It was a really boring game. The styles of Minnesota, they run a low block, meaning basically like another term is park the bus. They just put all their defenders behind the ball and let you kick it around and make a mistake, which is super boring to watch versus a team that like high presses and like tries to take it from you. Think about like Tony Bennett's zone defenses that pack it in.
Yeah.
And those games are like 45-40. That's the equivalent of Minnesota's defense on soccer. So nobody wants to watch that. And so, of course, it went to a shootout, and then the Sounders were absolutely god-awful in the shootout.
Just hitting the bar.
An atrocious performance. Also, none of our offensive players are taking kicks, whatever. We just have like center backs and outside backs. It was bizarre to me, but
yeah,
they got to go win in Seattle. It's hard for me to get like super excited about the Sounders in a best of 3 against Minnesota. But
man, it could end. It could end once a game. Is it tomorrow?
No. They can't play soccer that fast. You know how soccer people are. They're like, no, we have to have rest or whatever. I think it's on the weekend. Okay. And then
there's an insane break if the Sounders win that. There's like a week.
Everything's weird in soccer, right? So they have these international breaks and different things. And I'm going to get the exact time of the Sounders game or the exact date. They have to win a best of 3. They do have the capability of winning the whole thing. Like that's real. But like most American sport, we talked about this with the Mariners, like you have to get through tough matches and tough rounds in order to do that. And I don't know. I don't know if they'll be able to do it. They play Monday, Monday, November 3rd, 7:30 p.m. Won't be watching that one. I will be at doubleheader Husky basketball, going to both.
Oh, do they play back to back?
I'm going to the women's game at 5 and the men's game at 8.
Oh my goodness, that's awesome! It's like a high school basketball.
I think we have to leave. And come back in with different tickets.
And come back.
So loyal listener Justin Fenton will be with me for both games.
That's great. Oh, God, we got to.
This is totally random. We will talk about Husky basketball. Can I tell you the promotion they're doing, which is why I'm going to both? So Justin and I got women's tickets, season tickets together. We have 3. He normally has 2. I have 1, but we will balance it out over time. There'll be times where we can't go. So like Felix is going with us to this doubleheader. I bought men's tickets. I was like, well, I kind of want to see him play. Like I'm pretty excited about JJ Mandequit and Heinz Steinbach and what they got going on. So I get this email from Husky Basketball because I bought tickets many a time, and it says $25 basically like $25 until they lose or something like that. So you pay $25 for a ticket. You have no idea where you sit. Okay. Start with that. They're playing Arkansas Pine Bluff, their first game. And if they win, you get a ticket to the next home game.
Wait.
You don't
So
have to
you
pay.
pay 25 and then they keep on winning.
It goes up to 8 games.
So
if they lose the first one, you've paid
Yeah.
$25 for a ticket and you don't get any more. But if they go 8, you get tickets to 8 games for $25. Now,
so what are you projecting out? How many free games are you going to be able to
I
go
think
to?
it's going to go a while. The women have one too, but we already have, our tickets for it. The men do have UCLA in the middle of it, so I think it's on purpose to like make people lose. Which kind of sucks because UCLA is really good this year. I mean, we'll see. It's called We Win, You Win. $25 for 2020. It's through 2025, so it ends at the end of the calendar year.
It sounds
super
more
smart,
financially responsible
so good
than
marketing.
the flex plan or any of the world. Think about this. You made so much money back for your World Series tickets that never materialized, and so did I. So,
well, sure. Okay, going back to it, you tell me when they lose, okay?
Okay.
Arkansas Pine Bluff.
That's a win.
Denver.
That's a win.
Southern.
That's a win.
Okay.
That's 3 games already that you've gone to for free.
UCLA.
Yeah. So yeah, I think the UCLA game's probably a loss.
Okay. So if they somehow pull that off, the next one is Southern Utah. And then San Diego.
That's
Utah.
That's a little dicier.
Utah, who's not great.
Utah's not good this year?
No, they're not supposed to be great, I think. Seattle U's at Climate Pledge, so I'm assuming that's a Seattle U home game. So that would be it. So that would get you through the thing. So I'm guessing what this will do will get me a ticket to the UCLA game, which is great.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to go see UCLA play, and I can go
love
to
that. That's
4 games.
Are they doing it for the men's or for the women's?
Men and the women. I think the women.
That's great.
Which like I said, I already have tickets too, but I'm going to go through this real quick. We're going to talk way more about this next time because they'll be kicking off right when we do this. The women, it goes Seattle U, Montana, although they lost to Montana last year.
Yeah, Montana's not.
They're not. Don't sleep on them. Fresno State, Vermont, Southern, UC San Diego, San Jose State, Green Bay, and Northwestern. Like, they could win all of them.
Yeah.
I mean, they're ranked 17th in the Atlantic's top 25.
Yeah, at least one Husky team's in the top 25.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I don't have anything else to say on the Sounders, Kev. Like, they need to win next Monday. It was a boring game. Their shootout was awful. It does not give me the vibes of the Mariners in the playoffs. Like, I'm not feeling it. Maybe they need to go on a run and I'll get excited.
What a huge calm down, though, after.
It really is. Mariners. Like, I had no tension watching it. I didn't feel excited. I just felt like it was a regular game. I don't know if I'm exhausted from the Mariners or what, but
it could be both.
I had nothing for that. I am a lot more excited about your Seattle Kraken.
Yeah, great transition. So
Thank you.
Tell us what happened and what your takeaways are.
Okay.
Because again, I didn't watch.
Kev, have you watched?
I only have so much time in my life.
Well, everyone, that's true of everyone. But Kev, have you watched any Kraken hockey this year?
No.
Not a single second.
No.
Not a puck drop.
I think part of the issue is I literally can't unless they're on national television.
Yeah. I mean, you could get a package.
An NHL pass?
Yeah, Kev, you just got to be like me where you spend foolishly. So yesterday, yeah, I had a bet on a game. Okay, don't call me Chauncey Billups, but I had a bet on a game. And I'm like, I can't watch this NBA game. NBA League Pass, $16 a month. Subscribe. So now I have NBA League Pass.
This explains perfectly why the NBA is in bed with the betting companies, because you thought about betting and then you bought League Pass and the NBA made way more money just like that.
Even when I don't bet, I don't watch, like, I try to watch a show or a movie. I just want to watch a random NBA game at night. That's what I want to watch. So that's who I am. And it's not great for my marriage all the time. Then it's like, you want to watch a show together? I'm like, well, Clippers Blazers is on. What do you mean? We got to see if Harden goes for 40. Okay.
Nobody wants this how season 2, so
we
you guys
did
can
start
watch
watching that. Actually,
we did too. We're on the same schedule, man.
Okay, we've only watched one episode. I also recommend Task on HBO, but I'm watching that one by myself.
Okay.
What we usually watch together are TikToks. Oh God,
my Siri just went off.
Siri got excited about that. All right, so the Kraken. Here's what we have to lay as a foundation first. Last year at this beginning of the year, we did a little Kraken preview, and I gave you a number of 95.5 points or something like that.
I remember this.
And we both went over. We were optimistic because, they had one bad year, but they had a new coach last year. We're coming off of that playoff run the year before. We were kind of like, yep, they're getting back to the playoffs. They did not. They were bad last year. So I was really like putting toes in the water this year. I'm like, I don't know this guy, Lane Lambert. I did write about it in the offseason. I said it seemed like all the moves they're making, they're trying to be more physical, tougher. Lane Lambert's a tough guy. Get after it, right? Okay. The Kraken have had a really hard schedule to start the year. They're tied for first place in their division with Vegas. It's the best start in Kraken history. It's year 5. It's the best start in Kraken history. They're 5-2-2. So they have 5 wins, 2 regulation losses, and 2 overtime losses. Here are the parts of the schedule I would point out that are make me very optimistic. They beat Vegas in overtime, second game of the year, so they started 2-0. Then they lost an overtime game and a shootout game, but you get a point for those, right? So like you're gaining points even if you're losing. Then they went and beat Toronto in overtime, who's a good team. Then they had 2 bad losses on the road, Philadelphia and Washington, 5-2, 4-1, just They go to Winnipeg, who's a really good team, and they come back for Edmonton at home. We know the Oilers are awesome, right? And they beat both of them in regulation. And they just have that same vibe they had that playoff year where they're a total pain in your ass. And unfortunately for the Kraken and Kraken fans, none of the metrics are backing anything up they're doing.
They have a 0, so they're even on the goal differential. I saw that, which is
yes. Now go into like a little bit more advanced, right? So expected goal differential, they're in the bottom 5 in the NHL.
That's
moneypuck.com does like advanced metrics, right? And they have this thing called their power score. It's like a power ranking. The Kraken are 27th out of 32, and they're tied for first place. So all the metrics are saying they shouldn't be doing this, but the type of team they have kind of matches that. They just like get after you a little bit. They're a little bit annoying. They have guys who are opportunistic. Their goalkeeping is pretty good. I would encourage people who are like, whatever. Like they're more fun to watch. They are a pain in people's ass. Like when you go play them in a regular season game, you're like, oh God, like this is annoying. Like they just don't stop. The 2 places I've seen it in particular that look better, their penalty kill and their offense have both been more consistent in terms of like their annoyance factor instead of being kind of like laid back, let people take it to them. So that's the best I can give you right now. Their young guys are starting to pop. Matty Beniers looks better. Berkeley Catton's like 19. He's contributing. Shane Wright looks better. So it's promising that they have young guys starting to pop too, because then it feels like maybe those expected goals go up and maybe they are a little bit better than we think. So I am watching every time I can. I'm in. So my dog's here.
Oh, I was wondering. I heard the sounds.
My dog's here. Yeah, I don't know if she's going to come.
What's your dog's name?
My dog's Delilah.
Delilah.
Yeah.
Special appearance.
She doesn't know what to do. This is great. She likes hockey. She's just like, let's talk hockey. I'm into it.
Yeah. Let's move on to reader feedback. I got
feedback.
I got some listener feedback is the way it goes. We should do mean tweets to Kevin one of these days. But good friend Kyle called me up and he goes, "How do you know this guy Brian? Man, he's funny." that thing about he said about the flex pan and filling out the feedback, he's a funny guy.
All
And
right, Kyle.
kind of implying that I'm not funny, basically. I take it personal, but
This isn't the first time you've heard this. Your wife says this to you.
yeah. She says you have a good radio voice.
Oh, thank you,
So
Christine.
Kyle, thanks for listening, Kyle, or watching.
Feel free
our
to
clip.
name your second child Brian. No problem.
We'll name him with a Y, not after you. After
disgusting. That's true. Brian was pretty awesome.
The other one was from Eric, who made it through our entire episode last week, and he said, Arthur Rhodes had a 2.5 WAR in 2001, and Andres Munoz was only 1.9 WAR. So he's basically telling me that I was right, that Rhodes was dominant.
Yeah.
And you perhaps you remembered, but your
no, when you said it, you were right. When you said it, I paused for a second. Yeah, Rhodes was awesome that year. I agree. Yeah, I'm on board.
Arguably better. I mean, I didn't even look at Suzuki's WAR. But that's
the WAR stuff is weird. There's some years where Suzuki wasn't as good, and like Rhodes is incredible. Setup guys get weird WAR sometimes, so I think you'd have to like cross-reference a couple metrics maybe. But I think we can all agree Arthur Rhodes was amazing.
Yeah, lefty. So. The other point he made was, I liked this one. When we were talking about the top 5 worst losses or the worst 5 worst losses, Nate Robinson wearing Rainier Beach boxing shorts losing to Jake Paul. I thought that was pretty funny. I remember watching that, thinking Nate had a chance, and he did not. He got crushed. Did you watch that? It was like during COVID or a little after COVID?
Turns out, though, Jake Paul's like a legitimate boxer, right? So maybe Nate shouldn't feel that bad.
Yeah, that's a good point. I was just like the myth of Nate Robinson could just continue, right? Like just him being an amazing athlete. Like he could train for
He was probably boxing with like he's probably boxing with like one kidney at that point or something too, which is crazy.
Which is even more nuts, right? And he survived.
Right.
Anyways, should we go to our actual top 5 here for this week?
Yeah,
I got a great one for you.
I don't really get listener feedback, so go for it.
Okay.
Except for the kids at school. So
yeah. You're funny.
Yeah, that's cool, dude.
Cool, bro. Denzel Boston threw a touchdown. On Saturday. It was a trick play. Threw it to Jonah Coleman. Received a pass from DeMond Williams, and then threw it in the end zone to Coleman. I thought it was a cool trick play. Jedd Fisch's play calling was great. Mm-hmm. So I have a list in front of me of all the touchdowns ever thrown by Huskies of all time. I'm going to name a guy. All right. And here's how this is going to go. It's going to play off of Denzel Boston. So I'm going to ask you, did this person throw as many touchdowns as him or more? And then you'll have to answer it. And we'll do this until you get it wrong. So then the next will be played off of that person. So it'll be like climbing or descending. Okay. So we know that Denzel Boston threw a touchdown. Okay. How about Dante Pettis? Did Dante Pettis throw a touchdown?
Yes.
Yes, he did. Okay, you got that right.
I'm guessing he threw more than Denzel Boston because I remember at least 2.
You might be remembering his punt returns. He did throw. He only has 1.
Okay.
At least according to Sports Reference. All right, how about this
sometimes these websites are wrong, Kev, but yeah, we'll go with it. Sure.
No. This is a Sports Reference, like Baseball Reference. Like,
I know.
This is legit.
I'm making.
All right.
It's fine. Go ahead.
Nick Montana.
Oh boy. Yeah, we'll go over.
Yeah, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah,
Nick
there
Montana.
we go. Mop up time.
All right. Sam Heward. More or less than Nick Montana?
Less.
Yeah, you're right.
Let's go.
Okay. All right, you're right. All right, so let's go. Ronnie Fouch.
Oh, more.
Yeah, actually, only 1 more touchdown.
Oh, dang.
Than Nick Montana, which was Ronnie Fouch had 4.
Okay.
All right, let's go. Casey Paws.
More.
Yeah,
He
seven
had like,
touchdowns.
yeah, I was gonna say 8. Oh, so close. Okay.
Yeah. Did you hit 4 or we have 5 already?
I'm crushing it. This is the best game I've ever played. Keep going
Okay.
until I lose.
Um, let's go Jake Hayner
Ooh. In college football or with the Huskies?
with the Huskies.
Yeah. I'll go more than 8 or more than 7.
He only had 1 touchdown.
Oh my god. It's so hard with him because he was so good.
Yeah.
He was so good at Fresno State, right? Isn't that where he went?
Yeah, he was a
Yeah.
beast. And remember we were
And he's
arguing
still
that
on
he
a
should yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
In an alternate universe, he's the starting quarterback and Penix never transfers, which is
True.
crazy. Okay,
I
last
think
one.
he's
And we'll
on an NFL roster.
Yeah, he was on the Saints last time I checked.
Yeah.
Like I check these things, right? Okay, let's play off of Jake Hayner who had a touchdown. Did I already say Johnny DeRocher?
You did not. More than one, sure. Yes. No,
Yeah, he had
0?
3. He had 3. You're right. Yeah. 3. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you. Sorry. We lagged for a second. He
Okay.
has 3?
That was great. Yeah. All right, and here let's end on this one. Damon Williams has 22 touchdowns. More or less. Stanback, Isaiah Stanback.
Stanback is actually he is less, I'm gonna say.
They're tied. 22. Jacob Eason.
Stanback
More or less.
Oh. Less.
More. 23.
What?
Mark Brunell, more or less than Damon Williams.
I think it's less. He did not have a lot.
Mark Brunell at 23. He's gonna have less.
Yeah. Isn't that weird?
Let's go Warren Moon.
Warren Moon also has a crazy small number.
19. Yeah, less than Damon Williams.
I've looked this up before when I've done top 5s with you. Like Brunell and Moon, people's memory. I want everyone to think about that. Even in a different era, Warren Moon had 19 touchdown passes in his career at UW. Can we stop with he's the best quarterback of all time at UW? Can we just stop? Like, that's silly. We can't, even in that era. You know what? I'm going to have to do some work on this. I'm going to need to look up like other quarterbacks at other schools at that time and see if really he's out of whack. But like, don't give me this. Penix is the best.
Did you enjoy this top 5?
Of course I did. I was way better than usual.
Top 5.
Okay, you ready for mine?
I'm ready.
Okay, here's what I did. I went to, in honor of Terry Rozier, I went to DraftKings.com and I looked at the odds for college football Big Ten winner and also college men's basketball Big Ten winner. And if you combine the best odds, I want you to give me the top 5 schools in the Big Ten.
So say it one more time.
So who do you think has the best college football odds to win the Big Ten?
Oh, right now.
Yeah.
Ohio State.
Okay, good. Who do you think has the best men's basketball odds to win the Big Ten? You may not know, but they're the preseason number 1 team in the country. So,
is it Michigan?
No, but they have very good odds. We'll just go with that because I don't want to give too much away. Right? So if you combined the best odds for football and men's basketball and you gave them like a point value, let's say, what are the top 5 combined so they have the best basketball and football going on right now?
God.
So basically, like if they were the best, because there's 18 teams in the Big Ten, right?
Yeah. Is it
so
Oregon?
I gave like 18 points to the top spot, right? And then combine the point total.
Is it Oregon?
Oregon makes the list. They're 3rd.
Okay.
So you got one. Oregon has the 3rd best combined men's basketball and football. Is that gross?
Do you have the odds in front of you where you could quickly just say where they're at?
Oregon has the 3rd best football and 8th best basketball.
Yeah. Okay, so Indiana.
Indiana is right below Oregon because they're second best in football, but they're 10th in basketball. But yes, they're part of the top 5.
Ohio State.
Ohio State is 4th in basketball and 1st in football. So they actually have the best combined programs right now.
So I've had 4. Have I had 3
You've
or 4?
hit 3.
So 2 more. Wow, this is hard. The Huskies are so low.
Well, you already named one of them, but you didn't name it in the top 5.
Michigan.
Yeah. Michigan has the second best basketball. So you're missing who the best team is. And they're 4th best in football. So they are the second best combined program. Ohio State and Michigan are the best. So the 5th best is a school. Yep, that's still in there. And the Huskies are in the mix, but I'm going to tell you they're not in the top 5.
Is it UCLA?
Nope. UCLA is the 3rd best basketball, but their football's like not even ranked. They're not even in the chart.
Okay, so that's my first strike. Do I get one more?
Yep.
Not USC. Ooh, that was really close. It can't be Penn State. It can't be Michigan State. They're better at football.
Yeah, see, it's fun to think about who's good at both of these things.
Is it USC?
It is USC. They are 7th in basketball and 5th in football.
Just perfectly mediocre.
Yep. I mean that, and I think in basketball, if you're 7th out of 18, when some publications say 14 teams are going to make the tournament,
14 teams, yeah.
Like UW is 11th preseason by odds in the Big Ten, and they're a potential tournament team. And UW is 7th in football. So they're kind of in the mix. Iowa's in the mix because Iowa's 6th in football, 9th in basketball. The team you forgot that is absolutely atrocious in football, but is the number 1 team in the country for basketball is Purdue.
Oh,
Purdue's really good at basketball.
Yeah.
And they're really like, those fans are just like,
I'm sorry,
can it
Purdue.
be basketball season, please?
Yeah. It's really funny that that's the case because the Huskies hosted a couple really highly regarded basketball recruits this past weekend. And it's kind of funny to think, like, does Purdue host their basketball recruits for their football team that's going to get blown out by 40 points? It actually makes me wonder.
I mean, that's a good point. I think they do because it's still
like the event.
It's still an event. Like, do those guys really care that the football team's bad? Probably not.
Yeah.
Especially now. It's the NIL, football, it's the environment, it's Matt Painter as their coach. It's what, Braden Smith is their point guard, not the Seattle Prep Braden Smith, although he's going to be the starter for Gonzaga.
But they'll bring what they'll do is they'll bring sorry. Well, I'm just brain farting.
They'll bring
their guys during the actual season. Like, if a recruit actually sees like Purdue's home court rocking during a basketball game, like, that's a sell.
Yeah, it is, but it's harder, right? It's harder to get them because they're in their own season. So that's why the fall is so big to bring guys on campus, because you can give them the whole treatment. They can go to the football game, they go to the party afterwards, they go hang out with the sororities and the fraternities, and they do all that. In basketball season, like, those guys have a game the next day. It's a lot harder to host somebody unless you have a home game, and it's a big home game.
And who needs to host people when you're bringing in guys from Eastern Europe?
I mean, yeah, that's another segment for another podcast, but there is something to, I think you tweeted this, or I saw somebody else read it, but I think it was you. Is this what UW's doing and other people are doing? Because there's a report out that they're cheaper than the American player. And that kind of makes sense.
They're cheaper and they have pro experience.
Yeah. It'll be really interesting. We will do some basketball preview next week. If we pod on Sunday, we can do a true preview.
Yeah.
If we wait till after I go to both games, we won't be able to do it Monday night. We could do a Tuesday into Wednesday. But I'm guessing we'll probably do a Sunday. We'll do a little preview.
Yeah,
don't you think?
Great. Yeah.
And then the following week, I can tell you about my game day experience. I actually, depending on how the men go, I could be at 2 games that week. You never know. So,
God, I love it. Well, thanks for listening.
Yeah.
It's
the Joe Nash episode, number 72.
Rate, subscribe, like us. If you like us, if you dislike us, just
Yeah.
don't like
Our
us.
TikTok comments have been nicer lately. So
Yeah.
yeah, things are looking up in our world,
Yeah.
Kev.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now we just need a bar sponsor.
Yeah. All right. See everyone next week.